All right, so I'm going to share a story with you guys today. A lot of people know that we shoot a lot of weddings. A planner today told me that I should have a reality TV show because we have 2 kids, we have 3 businesses. Currently, we have 10 people living in our house. It's just been like a little nutty around here, and so. We fell into the wedding world totally by accident. So this is story time with Maggie. I'm just going to share a little bit about how we got here. As you know, maybe you don't know, we are a Baltimore top 10 team. We shoot between 30 and 40 weddings a year. Last year we shot 54. Talk about unhealthy. We did it. We got through it. Thank God. Hopefully we won't have that many weddings in a year ever again. But we had to do it. We rescheduled so many people because of the pandemic in 2020 that we knew 2021 was just going to be insane. We needed a cash flow. We had weddings that we had to fulfill. And so it just was insane. But guys, we didn't, this wasn't like our life goal. And I love telling the story because if you're watching this and you're a photographer who wants to go full time, this is going to be just encouragement for you. I'm going to back up like to a long time because I've been shooting since I was 7. I did not want to be a wedding photographer. Gosh, the dreams that I had, I thought I was going to be like doing marine biology. I thought I was going to marry a Spaniard and live in Spain. So if you're Spanish watching this, I love Hispanic culture. I'm bilingual. I lived in Spain. I've been to Mexico. I've been to El Salvador. I love the nations. And so the fact that I'm sitting here and I'm doing wedding photography full time is very like wild to me because I just didn't think I could ever make a career out of this. So if you're watching this and you're a photographer and you want to go full time, like I've been there. I know that feeling. And so it wasn't until 2013, it was the year Patrick and I got married. We were daydreaming about weddings. Back up to 2010 when we met, Patrick and I were friends. I wanted to do more photography, but I just didn't think it would pay my bills. And so I was very much a hobbyist in 2010. But very soon in the fall of that year, we met our very first couple, Chris and Ashley. And we thank God for Chris and Ashley. They hired me to do their wedding, fully knowing I had 0 wedding photography experience. Guys, I think I charged them $800. And we shot their wedding. I asked Patrick to do it with me. He said yes because he liked me, not because he was obsessed with wedding photography by any means. And guys, that was our first wedding, October of 2011. And we think back to that wedding. If you guys saw those pictures, you'd be like, oh my gosh, how are they even friends with you still? But at the time, it was super special. And we delivered photos. And to this day, I mean, we're just so thankful that we had that experience because it basically showed us that 1, we could work together, and 2, that we actually we kind of had purpose. But obviously we didn't just launch a business overnight, at least not yet. We spent the next couple years building a business. We had only shot 4 weddings when we went full time. That's encouragement to you that you don't have to have like 20 weddings under your belt to launch a wedding photography business. We basically launched it in 2014. I recently had lost my job at that time. I was working for a marketing agency here in Baltimore, and I ended up losing my job. And Patrick, we were newlyweds, only 6 months married, and he said, why don't we do what everyone has said that we should do? And I remember thinking, you're crazy, you're nuts, but hashtag listen to your husband, because he was right. We did. We should have gone full time, and we did. We basically made it Facebook official in 2014. We told friends and family that we were officially becoming wedding photographers. If you know people getting married, let us know. Let them know. And guys, we did bridal shows. We emailed planners. I worked for a florist part-time and tried to learn as much of the wedding industry as we could. And guys, I'm the underdog. I went from having only 6 weddings on calendar to 46 in 18 months. And so that's just to encourage you that like you just have no idea what you're capable of. You might have a gift set. You might be a photographer that's super like amazing and creative, but like you don't have the business sense. This is why YouTube exists, to get like great resources. I mean, we've hired people that we're not good at. We have a CPA. I'm not good at accounting. I have a CPA for that reason. I'm not legal. I have a lawyer. What I am good at is like, I love social media. I love making reels and posting. I may not be the best at it. Clearly I'm not. But I love to, and it's fun. And what I am good at is people and client management. And so that's what you do. You figure out what you're really good at, and that's where you spend your time. And the things you're not very good at, you like outsource. And like there was a long time, guys, that we did what we called media exchange. I needed new headshots, right? And so I might do photographs for a photographer of their family, and in return they gave me headshots. There were times that there was a client whose dad was a lawyer, and they booked us for their wedding. And he said, let me help you with your contract. I'll help you with your contract if you'll give us an extra 2 hours at my daughter's wedding. And I said, absolutely. All right, so yeah, so basically, if you can imagine, like we didn't grow our business overnight. We may have like made a Facebook official post saying, hey, we're now doing wedding photography full time. But like 18 months is still a long time to like book weddings and do shows and to figure out, I mean, guys, my very first bridal show, it was so funny. We set up our booth, we made it really pretty, and we stepped back and looked at the wall, and Patrick, my husband, basically said, we look like a florist, because everything was picked like pretty things and like hardly any people. And so we learned a lot. We've learned a lot about, you know, making sure that like our business runs really smooth. I have an editor. I have someone that's able to help me edit and churn weddings out in healthy times and in contracted times. And so I guess that's really it. That's my story for you guys today, how we got here. Like, yeah, gosh, when I think about it, guys, this is our 11th year of shooting weddings. Clearly, this didn't happen overnight. And I think that that's just a misconception that like you see, and Instagram is not helpful by any means. You know, it takes people like hours to convert and do like a home remodel. But like with time lapse, you can literally show a home reno in like a minute or like 30 seconds or whatever. And like, same with wedding photography, like things take time. There's hours and days behind a gallery and behind a brand, and there's all-nighters, and there's like meetings, and there's heart-to-hearts and vision. And so to think any of this is just like easy, it's not. And so that's story time with me today. I hope that was helpful, you guys. I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.